I'll tell Joni.
Tell them what it is.
Episode 159. We back.
That's us.
Golf.
159. Thanks for everybody that's listened this far, this many episodes. This is, like he said, 159 of the BSG podcast, brought to you by our friends over at Moon Golf. Got everything you need to get your game going. We got a buddy from church that's just getting into it, and he was like, "Where do I get clubs?" I said, "Go to Moon Golf."
I'm trying to go get some new irons. Trying to decide if I want to stay in the Callaway line or I think it fits my profile to go very traditional
Titleist
with Team Titleist.
Listen, Brands, if you're listening, he's a free agent right now.
Wide open. So
send us some irons.
Anybody that wants to sponsor, we're listening.
Our DMs are open, and we'll take clubs. But until then, we're going to keep going to Moon Golf to get everything we need because they have it. And I'm actually trying to, at the end of this season, getting ready for next spring, I'm going to get some different shoes and New Balance. I'm a big New Balance guy, and Moon has New Balance in stock. I love it. Yeah. And so I'm thinking about going to, test some out. We'll see.
I was thinking, I enjoy my FootJoy Premiers so much.
Yes.
Every time I see Golficity post them, I'm like, these are so nice. The only thing I need is Del Campo socks.
Yes. Hey, Del Campo, we're going to clip this talk to you. Listen, we want to work together, Del Campo.
I'm so tired. I tell Joni every time I wear shorts, it's not an issue with pants at all because I just wear like tube socks. But when we wear shorts, I am so tired of my socks being eaten on the heel, like having to stop and like stretch them and like get them back. I know them Del Campo will fix it. I just need them to work with us. It'd be so cool to have the Del Campo with the BSG logo.
Yep, that would be so sick.
They got the church logo, which is elite.
The wave. Yeah, we're going to work on that
in church, so you never know.
We'll have to figure that out. But yeah, so this is, like I said, and we just signed another year with Moon Golf. This will be year 4 with them.
4, yeah.
Yeah, so thanks to Moon Golf for continuing to make BSG happen. And so year 4 is coming up. And Zach, myself, and our friend Miles are actually going to get together soon, hopefully, and plan out 2026 because we want to make it. 2025 was planned out. It was a good year as far as courses, but about halfway through, we were like trying to figure out what do we want to do with this thing. And we made some adjustments.
Different. At first, we were doing breaking 50. Well, then we did it on like the second attempt.
Yeah, with Scott and Maddox.
And so then it's like we want to appreciate the course. But there's only so many ways from our skill set to do it.
Yeah.
And then we switched to POV, which I like. I think it's easy. It's a totally different view for a lot of golfers.
And
but it needs to be mentioned. Anytime you see us at any of these nice courses, it's purely because Moon Golf.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, we can't get on without Moon Golf taking us there.
So we're trying to figure out the direction we want to go in 2026 and going to pick something as far as style and ideas and run with it and try to push it for 2026. So thanks to them. Tonight, though, here in a little bit, probably about 20 minutes, our buddy MiketheCaddie, Mike Miller, will be hopping on and he'll be joining the show. And he's had some interesting stuff happening in his career recently. So he's going to talk about that. But I want to let me give you the rundown of the show real quick, everybody. We have the Clubhouse segment, which is tonight we're going to talk about the Internet Invitational taking over YouTube. And we're going to talk a little bit about Good, breaking into a PGA Tour event and TV. And then the post-round recap of the show, we're going to talk about our time at the Keep at Macklemore Resort. And then Mike's going to jump on, and then we have a drop zone question for you. But let's jump into the Clubhouse segment. Yesterday, episode 3 of the Internet Invitational dropped. I've watched all 3. Have you watched all 3 of them?
I watched the 3rd one today. Last Thursday, I started watching episode 1, and it was perfect timing because at 1 o'clock they released episode 2. So I watched 6 hours straight of it. And then today I watched episode 3, and it's so entertaining. It makes me wish we were there.
Yeah.
Or it could have been I know it's over now, and we don't know the results, but it is so entertaining how they're doing it.
I agree. I think I had personally died out on watching YouTube golf. Like probably I watched No Lane Up and a little bit of Golficity, but this has brought me back into this has me intrigued. Like I'm looking forward to tomorrow at 1 o'clock when you're listening to this today at 1 o'clock to come out so I can keep watching because I'm hooked.
I know it's so good.
It is. It's good, and it's insane when you think about every single one of those people out there wearing tentacle mics. Could you imagine all the sync, the timeline?
Yeah. I saw the picture Ryder posted the other day, like from round 1. And there's I guess it's 64 mics minimum for the players. So then you have Dave,
Big Cat, and all this.
Big Cat and the others behind it as well wearing mics.
That's insane. Caden said that he got hired to do the tracers by Barstool for the video, and he said that was crazy doing all them.
There's a couple shots without them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wanted this. Like, there's one today. George hit one. And I'm like, where's it going?
Yeah, we'll have to.
I bet it takes so much effort for that many shots.
We're reaching out, trying to get possibly some of these players on the pod to talk about their time. And I told Zach, whether they do or not, we can get Caden on here and get him just because he was there. He was filming. He was part of it to see.
I bet we could get Ryder on too.
Oh, yeah. And Carney. Carney was there.
Yeah.
Get them all on. All right, so let's go all the way back for those. Let's go to episode 1, try to remember parts of it. The main thing that stuck out from episode 1, everybody talked about forever, all day, Luke Kwan, his whole situation. I'm going to tell him what it was, and then I want your thoughts on it, Zach. Basically, he had a 9:30 a.m. tee time. He slept in. It was a 2-man scramble. His teammate then had to start the match without him. He finally shows up while his teammate's in one fairway. Dave says for not showing up, it's a 5-hole penalty. Some say he should have been kicked out of the tournament, so he doesn't start until hole 6 or hole 5 or 6. And the big thing is the night before at the party, he told PFT, he said, "You don't need him to show up. I got this." And then Luke don't show up. What's your thoughts on it?
I think from a perspective of if I would have been on his team, I would have been absolutely livid because it carries over and none of them make it. Yeah. Like if you haven't watched it all, it carries over and his team doesn't make it to the next round.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's awful. He's 32, 33 years old. He's played in several high-profile events. But the whole time, he's so nonchalant about it's just YouTube golf. Nobody cares. And PFT's playing. He's like, "Oh, you suck."
Yeah.
He's the worst teammate.
Yeah.
While on the course and while not there for not helping.
Yeah. And I mean, really a match Luke could have won if he was there.
Absolutely.
And then as you continue to watch the Internet Invitational, you'll see that they lost by a point or so. It was close. Like his point would have mattered if he would have been there.
Absolutely.
And then so you can tell what it was real notice to me is I watch like Barstool does a series every year. It's like Survivor, basically. They have a thing like that. And so I know a lot of these Barstool personalities because I watch a lot of stuff and I know how they treat each other. And you can see how Dave and everybody treat each other and then how these YouTube golfers are like, whoa, this is wild. And so like seeing Whitney crash out on Luke and like nobody else stepping up and saying it. You're like, it was cool. It was funny to see. Like he probably thought nobody was going to confront him about it, but here's Whitney just like going at him.
Because like we wouldn't. Well, that's not our personality. We'd be like, dang.
I was been mad.
We'd be to the side and be like, I cannot believe he didn't show up.
Yeah. And then even like when they're talking about it, like Dave was saying, like you can tell Whitney's a Barstool guy because like how he's giving Luke crap and everybody else is just so quiet. I'm like, yeah. He deserved every bit of it. Even when he shows up, like you would think you'd go run to the first two, like I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
and like the appeal process. They said, "Do you want to appeal?" He said, "No."
Nope. And David said if he would have come running, apologizing, he would have let him start on hole 2.
That's crazy. And I mean, even the thing where Big Cat, because PFT is Big Cat's guy, like him and Big Cat do shows together. And so he was like, "Do you want to appeal? Do you want to appeal?" And Luke's like, "No, no." And then the guy was like, or David or somebody was like, "You should be kicked out." And Luke was like, "Yeah, I should be."
Probably like, that's the rules. Yeah, because if he shows up on any of his Corn Ferry or the European stuff he plays in and misses the tee time, he's out.
Yeah, I mean, so but that was just insane.
Sucks for his team. Yeah, not so much him. He's got money. He's obviously very talented, and he's probably done moved on already.
Yeah, he posted. Did you see his clip he posted?
Yeah, apologizing for it.
Yeah,
but he's done moved on. He's like, well, I got real events to play in now. I gotta go focus. Even the PGA Tour said, "Here we go, Luke Kwan highlights."
Yeah,
on their Instagram, I'm like, he's one of their guys. So
yeah, and it did lead us to one of the greatest moments so far in the internet invitation, which was John Gruden just giving that speech,
Loved
like getting everybody fired up.
He's a coach.
Yeah,
that's what coaches do.
Yeah, and then they paired Luke and Gruden together, and Luke did what Luke does, just dominated.
Yeah. Which if he would have done it the first 9
they'd be
with PFT, realistically they might have won the whole thing. Yeah. Or moved on to the next day 2.
Because of Luke, all the good influencers are out of the Internet Invitational. We're stuck with all these other people.
I know. Yeah.
And so what do you think so far about DOD, Carter?
He has which, is very different than the language we use on our channel.
You're right.
But I think he's playing a lot better than he usually does. Because I've seen the things where he like plays with Micah and Micah's just roasting him.
Yeah.
But I like his confidence. The putt with the
that's wild.
So wild.
You imagine if he missed that, how did that to chew him out?
It's one of them. It's like it's a baller move.
Yeah.
I wish I would think of something like that where I had a flat putt.
Yeah.
But could you imagine it's like if we're down, like when we were playing in our Ryder Cup scoring at Green Island, if I just pulled the driver out like that on 18, you're like,
that'd be insane.
What?
And then so in episode 3 today, the one I came out yesterday, he tops a drive off the deck, and it was a bad shot. But then they played the money match, and our guy won $0, 0 skins, and so he just got whooped like that. But I mean, he's been all right. He's not my favorite character in YouTube golf.
It's so wild because he responded to us right before he took off, and he's going to be on the pod, and then he's like, my agent said wait, and then he never come
on. Most impressed so far through 3 episodes, Chaz,
and I think Gabby Golf Girl has really played.
Her and Kyle have been locked in.
Her and Kyle are such a good team. Her short game is really good.
And the fact that I think his name's Andrew, the guy that's missing his right arm, on episode today he was paired with Duke, and he still pulled it out. I was like, "Oh, dude, who's got some game."
He was on fire. That was episode 3 today.
What would you do if they called your name? They said Zach and Duke.
It's like, you know how when we used to play, like Mitch would be on your team, and he'd hit one bad, and you're just like,
dude, if they pair me with Duke, I'd be like, I'm done.
It'd really be like Roger and Chandler. Like Chandler played awful.
Yeah. So this makes me mad. Chandler, I get he's Mr. Beast guy. He got into golf. He has no business being in this thing.
No.
Like
Same as the Duke.
Yeah, the Duke. He has no business being here. Chandler has no business being here. The Jet is actually playing really good. Bob Does Sports cameraman. But why is his cameraman getting to be in it, but nobody else's cameraman is in it? Like, I don't think Jet should be in it, but Jet is playing really good. I'll say that. But as far as getting personalities, and there's probably a few others.
Better than a lot of them.
Oh, yeah. So there are some people like, I don't know if they reached out to others and others just said no. But like, of course, I would have loved to see no laying up, one of the no laying up guys or something in it. But yeah, most impressed with Chaz. I'm impressed that one, he's hitting from the same tee box as everybody.
It's a good little swing. That's what
Andrew's and he's still playing that good. And then episode 3 today, his putts, dude is locked.
Oh yeah. And Peter Finch is so good. Like I didn't realize he was. I knew he was a golf personality. He's kind of like Rick Shields to me. Like I've seen some of his stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like eventually you just kind of pull away to the American side of it. Like,
that's our guy. That's our Johnny O guy, Peter Finch, baby.
But he's bombing the ball off the box.
Yeah. What are you doing if you're George Bryan? You're against Peter Finch and Paige and whoever George's partner was. You just won the match, and Dave says $100,000 if you replay that hole and win it again.
1.7 million was on the line.
Do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's one of them. Was it Joey Cole? Because he's like, why won't they do it? He's like, these guys aren't gamblers, and like the smart play is not to.
Yeah,
because the match is won.
Yeah,
there's no time we would play a hole and just say, here, let's go back.
Yeah,
put $20 in the whole days on the line because it takes so many shots to get to that one hole.
Yeah,
for it to be sealed, I wouldn't risk it.
Like he's playing against Peter, and I feel like you play that hole again, Peter may throw a dart, and then you don't. You've lost 100,000, and you just lost that point.
Right, and it's all tight.
Yeah, but then Dave, there's that clip of Dave saying, "I wonder what the number was. Like, what number would it have to be for you to replay that hole?"
I don't know. 250.
Yeah, $250 million. I don't know.
He's got it. So
could you? I mean, some of these people that are in it aren't like Duke. Duke, I think Duke really needs the money. A lot of these guys don't need the money. Like, you know, Mad Jack, he threw out that option for his team. He's like, what if we just put all the money in a pool and split it 12 ways? And everybody was like, yeah. And I feel like everybody on the team was like, other than Duke, was like, we're all rich enough, so that's fine.
Yeah. And I think that's what like if we were there, I'd be like, what helps us get a chance to win some money?
Yeah.
Because if it's individual skins, like we're a little better than the Duke, but we're not playing Mad Jack level.
But now the other team, they didn't do that. So like your team, if we won 28,000, just me and you split 14. 14-14.
21-7. I'm the primary shareholder.
You so stupid. And so,
but yeah, I would go for the point. I would go long game there, especially if they're splitting everything.
So I'll just say, I've been so impressed with the Internet Invitational. Like I'm looking forward to tomorrow's video to come out and watch it.
Same. It's so good.
Now, Zach and I were texting, and we talked about this. I want to bring it up. It's very interesting that for some of these golfers, we're not going to say any names, but you watch them on this video.
Yeah.
It's interesting that when you watch them on the Internet Invitational, they're not playing as good as you'd see them play in their own videos that they're responsible for editing. So what does that make you think?
It's one of them things, which I sent Casey the screenshot. One of the guys who's out now, people were like, you're not playing like you do when you're normally posting. And he's coming back. He said, should I play this guy for all the money in his account? And I'm like, bro, he's right.
Yeah, that's
your
what
shots aren't the way they look edited.
Yeah. And so I definitely 100%, I believe that a lot of these golf influencers are,
especially
redoing
this
shots.
Solo.
Yeah. Especially we've talked to some people that are in with some big YouTubers, and they've said that the videos that people play really well perform a lot better than the videos of where they play bad. And so I'm very certain that a lot of people make sure they play good in videos to be posted.
I just know when you watch our videos, they are live and
and then you go to a Barstool video, and all of a sudden these people are playing bad because Barstool's not going to give you a second shot, and Barstool's not going to re-edit it. So just an interesting thought to keep in mind as you watch these last few episodes. So it's got me hooked on the Internet Invitational. Now, when this goes off, I'm probably not going to go back to watching good videos or anything like that. I just like this because Barstool Sports loves drama, and so this is nothing but.
Dave's so good at it.
Yeah,
like
this is nothing but drama. This whole series,
and the whole time he's in Frankie's ear, he's like, "Frankie never hits a good shot when I'm here. He's 0 for 100."
Now,
I love it. Duffs one.
I love it because like Dave that's like my type of trash talk. Like I love just that's how we talk to each other, and so but it's interesting.
He's bad at this.
Yeah. It is cool, not cool. I mean, it's weird seeing like Mike and Grant and all these good guys back together, and all the good guys are like, "Yo, you can get Micah's head so easy. Just start talking."
It's all competition. They know.
Yeah, and Garrett's not quite the level of golfer that I thought he was when it comes to this kind of stuff.
They don't chase tournament play for a reason.
That's true.
Brad
is killing it.
He's so good.
Brad is outperforming Luke, or I think would if like Luke was still in it. Brad's got it. Like Brad is crushing it. It's been crazy. So Internet Invitational has been enjoyable. I'm excited to watch the rest. Bob Does Sports. I asked Caden, I said, who's editing this? Because are they editing the same? And he said he didn't know, but I've just enjoyed it on both channels. I don't know how Bob Does Sports have got this to agree with foreplay, but it's great. Hope they keep doing it.
I love one thing that's underrated is the Dunkin' drive-through.
That thing is
that's so nice.
Yeah, how you just pull up, and I guess they're putting their orders in before because they pull up and they're like, "Who's it for?" and they say their name, then it's already ready.
And it's very limited options. There's no lattes. It's iced coffee or refreshers.
And I keep seeing these people get like, everyone like Brad, he'll get like an iced coffee that has creamer in it, but a lot of these people just get the plain iced coffee, is black or brown. I'm like, I cannot drink that, dog. It's like just cold brew.
Give me some cream.
Yeah.
All right. Half in there.
Like I know Josh Richards has that podcast with Dave, but why is he in this? He's not a golf influencer.
I don't know.
Him and Dave have that podcast together, that BFF podcast. But like, he's another one of them I saw. I was like, why is he in this?
Because he's not good.
No, I mean he's hitting shots every once in a while, but he's not good.
It's so funny to me the Duke's in it. I'm like, I've never seen anything of his. Most of the other people I've seen a snip here or there.
Yeah, never seen anything about him. Yeah, but anyway, so that's our thoughts on Invitation.
R.I.P. Beef.
Oh
it's
man,
wild. It's wild what happened to him. For those that don't know, he was an extremely large guy. He had a medical emergency and didn't make it. And I was showing Joni him. I was like, you got to take care of yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, watching him in it's kind of not crazy, but it's like, man, I can't believe.
Forget. Yeah.
Yeah. But he's always, everything I've seen is class act. Look who's in here.
What's up?
Our guy right here. Hey, we're just wrapping up Internet Invitational talk. Have you been able to watch any of it?
I haven't.
It's wild.
I've heard there's a lot of some controversy with it all.
I
heard there was something about like Quan put out an apology about missing a tee time or something like that. So
Day 1, round 1,
insane. You have to watch it. Like for real. Okay. Like me and Zach talking about, we've gotten out of watching a lot of YouTube golf, but this is like drawn us in. Like this, it's basically it's Barstool, so it's drama.
Yeah,
it's just good.
Yeah.
But everybody, MiketheCaddie, Mike Miller's here.
What's up?
Hey, we want to real quick. If you can, I don't know if something was filmed or not. If you're allowed to talk about it, but like caddying for Dude Perfect a few weeks ago, that's insane. Again,
yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so it's it was technically I was caddying. So of the Dude Perfect guys, I know Garrett, the purple hoser.
Yep.
I know him, and so it was his he's a member at a club there in Dallas, and it was their member guest. And so he was like, hey, are you going to be in town? Come and
Oh, he
caddy. And
requested
so
you.
yeah, yep.
Big time.
Yeah.
You
Big
got to have a little more channel weight to get the request honored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was fun. I mean, it was a 3-day let's see, 5 9-hole matches. So it was a grind. And it's a tough course that they're at. So, but yeah, fun times as always. I mean, he's such a good dude, and they, they took me into tour their new DPHQ3 a couple months back, and got to see all the guys there at that one moment too. And they're just, I'm sure I said this before, but they're great guys. What you see on film, what you see on camera, like that is to the core who they are. And they've got a good head on their shoulders in the sense of like they're using the platform that they've been given, they're using it the right way, and they understand the reach that they have, and they don't take it for granted, and they're trying to do it in the best way that they can. So yeah,
that's awesome. Hey, we want to, Zach, let's talk about our experience, first time ever having a caddy, and let's talk about that experience with Mike, because we'd never had a caddy before. We went to the Keep at Macklemore, and you're required to have a caddy. And so first, me and Zach were a little hesitant because like we didn't know
it was expensive to start.
Yeah,
that was my first thought, because we had camera gear, so we were planning on just using push carts. And they said, yeah, you probably won't have to have one. And they say, okay, there's a fee for both of you. I'm like, wait, we're pushing. I was like, okay. And then we start getting into the holes, and he's showing breaks on putts that I'd never seen. And I'm like, oh, he's worth it.
Yeah.
So let's backtrack real quick. One thing I didn't know about the golf industry, which I'm not opposed to the caddy. Like the caddy thing was awesome. What I didn't like is that we paid a ton of money for the round of golf. Then you go in the clubhouse, they hit you with a big old caddy fee, and then Mike tells us like, "Yo, your caddy gets like not even half of that." I'm like, "Wait a minute." So basically, I just paid more for my round of golf than I've already paid, and my caddy only got a piece of it. That's wild.
There's definitely ways that I feel like that process could be streamlined a lot better, in the sense of like what you're saying happens a lot. Like people show up, they've paid most of the places that I'm at, at the Straits, it's $750 just to play the course. Like that's not including caddy and all that stuff, which are almost mandatory there. And so, people, when they get up there and they shout $750, and then they're like, oh, and by the way, do you want a caddy? Like, okay, well, that's another, I'm guessing 85, 90-ish dollars at the Straits. And so then, okay, boom, there's that. And then, so in their head, they're caught off guard by having to pay an additional fee for our service. Yeah. And then, like I was explaining to you guys, whenever you asked and reached out, I was like, well, that's basically just like our fee to like get us out onto the course with you. Like we don't really work off that. We work off of that like post round gratuity. So like it does kind of like not, I want to say affect us, but like there's some people, people who are kind of like, I don't want to say what people's financial situations are, but people who are, I'll say, more budgetary. Like they're like, I'm expecting to pay this, and then like that's what they expect to pay. So whenever you get there and you're like, this is all you're expecting to pay, and then like, oh well, there's this fee, and then you're gonna have to tip your caddy on top. Like that can shock some people, and therefore you sometimes as a caddy you get kind of shafted because you're working off those people that are kind of like, oh well, I wasn't expecting to have to pay all this extra money.
I was planning to use that in the pro shop.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to do this in the pro shops. Well, so then as a caddy, sometimes you kind of get that. Do I want to go and buy 2 shirts in the pro shop, or do I want to take care of my caddy really well? I was like, well, I'm going to buy 2 pairs. I'm going to go buy two shirts instead. So, and give the caddy, whatever his base minimum is. But so I do feel like, I wish there was a more open or like, I wish there was a more like streamlined process of like, hey, just so you know, when you come out here, this is what the fee is for the round of golf. This is what the fee is for your caddy if you want one. and then here's our requirements that are going to require you to have one, and then this is what the recommended or minimum gratuity is. That way, for people who are more budgetary minded, kind of they can like build that in rather than, oh, I was only expecting to pay the green fee and the caddy fee isn't included in that, and then I have to tip the caddy on top of that. Like, you're throwing on a lot of money.
That's where our issue is, because we have a business budget for the year. Just add it to the tee time. Let me know. I got money for a tip. I always tip any servers, hosts, or anything like that. Just add if it's required, which ours was, put it with the tee time. Let me know up front. Because we even interviewed the pro at the sister course for it, and he's like, I don't know how much that costs.
Yeah.
So we went in blind, and they're like, oh, it's $90 a person. I was like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But hey, the good ones were worth it.
Yeah, you're right.
He was cool.
His name was Isaac. Isaac, you listen, you a dog. So I did notice a few things as we were there. I was trying to take this whole process in, and I watched him. Like I said, hey, we'll do push carts because we have these big external batteries for our little POV cameras, and it's just easier to charge them. He's like, no, I'll carry them. And I was like, no, we really want to do push carts. But I watched him go over there, and he did the finger test. And so we get out. We're about a few holes in. I said, hey, when you went and picked our bags up, what do you think? He said, oh, I for sure would have made y'all get a different bag. I said, oh, yeah, the thing. He said he hates Be.Still Golf bags. That's what we have.
Yeah.
He said
those vessels
are
are tanks.
We have 14 ways, and he said he hates 14 ways.
Okay, yeah.
Because he'd rather just throw the club in there, I guess.
Yeah, at most caddies, we don't like those 14 separate compartments because there's just it's great for golf cart. Like for a golf cart, it's fantastic.
That's all we do.
Yeah, but whenever you're a caddy, I prefer 3 compartments. Like I prefer a top, a middle, and a lower. And you've got driver, putter, 3-wood hybrids in that top part. You've got kind of your 9 through 3 or 4 iron, whatever you have, and then the pitching wedge and the degreed wedge is kind of there at the bottom. That's kind of how I prefer because it's a lot less like if I'm carrying your bag and you've got 14 compartments. After you hit a club, I've got to angle the bag up here and like try and find which compartment it came out of and then shove it in there, and it's a deal.
So our thoughts. So the keep didn't have a lot of blind shots and stuff, so he wasn't as helpful like needed off the tee box. Now where he really shined was the greens, like and around the greens. Did I tell you? Like the one putt, for instance, comes to my mind is that I've had a putt that I was looking at the flag and I was like, oh, this is a left to right, maybe like 5 cups out, pretty big. Dude walks, if I'm looking at the flag, he walks 90 degrees to my left and says, put it here. And I'm like, you're crazy. Like, I'm not putting it up there. And he's like, just do it. And like, you want to land it here. And so I'm completely now facing away from the flag. I'm putting on this hill and I watch my ball go up, come down to like 6 inches of the cup. And I was like, after the hole, I was like, well, let me try to put it how I would have put it. And it was nowhere close. And I was like, insane that he told me to do that.
Yeah.
So it was cool. Like that part having a caddy was sick.
Yeah. Yeah. And we're not always going to be right on every single thing. And there's different, I always say that there's 3 different reads for every putt. Like, cause you have a firm line. It's this line for if you want to putt it firm. You've got an average, like a dropping it in pace, here, and then you've got a lag, here. Like every putt has 3 different lines. That has 3 different reads. And so, like you said, he probably had you played out there because he's like this. If you wanted to do it more closer to kind of what you were seeing, probably it's going to have to be the perfect pace, perfect line. And if you don't hit the back of the cup, it's going, way off. Or you could play it up, the way he's saying, where it's like, we kind of probably have a little bit more wiggle room. It's probably a smaller percentage chance that you actually hit the perfect spot to then let it drip on in. But it gives you a better scenario of like, if I don't make it the perfect one, I've got to tap in 6 inches versus it going, feet beyond or something like that. But
what hole
was that on?
That's towards the end, right? 16, 17, or 18. It was the one that has the rocks, the amphitheater, like
17. That little rock coliseum type of thing.
Because he conceded the hole after like 4 rounds.
Now there were some part. where I remember, Zach, you were like, I think he gave me the wrong read. And like,
Yeah.
normally you did something else.
We were close. Casey was up 1 on 15. I won 16 and 17. And he told me this line on 18.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
what it was.
thought I followed it. And it didn't break. I said, oh my God, I've been listening to him all day. I needed it now.
Yeah.
And we ended up tying, and we played a playoff hole. Or he put us into some thick stuff off of 18, and we tied again. And we were like, we'll just leave it at a tie. But that one that I thought I needed the most, and I was like, I followed what he said, and it just didn't break. I was like,
yeah. Now, he was telling us a story too. I don't know if this ever happened to you. He was saying like a few weeks back, he had this older lady that he was golfing or caddying for, and he kept telling her what to do, like where to putt, and she was just putting right through everything, like firm. And he's like, the greens are fast, you got to tap it. And she was getting mad, she wasn't listening. So she finally he said to her about 4 or 5 holes in, she was like, you just carry my clubs and don't tell me nothing else the rest of the day. And I was like, wow, what do you do the rest of the day? He's like, I just carried her clubs and I hushed.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you? Somebody ever just like didn't want anything from you?
I'm sure it has. Those are the ones I try to forget if they have happened. Try to forget those that same day. I mean, there's people that just don't do well with a caddy, and because there's certain parts of my own game, like I'm a caddy, and I know that if I were to take a caddy and he's shooting the number for me, like on an approach shot, I don't know, like there's just something inside me where I'm like, I'd rather shoot it. Like rather than like him shooting it and be like, it's 126 yards. I don't know why.
I want to see the number.
As a golfer, I'm just like, I'd rather see it myself. Like, dude, like I appreciate it, but let me shoot it too.
Let me feel the thing vibrate when I look at it.
Yeah. Like, and to me, I don't know why, but it makes no sense to me because I'm like, I'm literally a caddy, and I know that like I give as good a knowledge as just you shooting it yourself. But some people they have issues with letting some of that control go in their golf game, and then a lot of people, I think the biggest issue in that situation, people have a hard time kind of like doing that self-evaluation or like the taking accountability on themselves of like, maybe I didn't hit that putt. Like there's times where I'll go, hey, it's 2 cups out left, and he pushes, or he puts it 2 cups out left, but he hits it 4 feet by, and so it doesn't have time to break because it's such a strong putt. And he's like, well, I didn't break at all. I'm like, well, like, do you think that putt had time to break? Like, did you hit it soft enough for it to break? And so some people have a hard time taking that accountability of like, maybe I didn't do exactly right. Like, maybe like, hey, it's 126 yards. There's a little wind. It's uphill. Let's play it 140. They hit what's typically their 140-yard shot, probably catch it 80% clean, and it only goes 125. Like, well, I hit my 140 club. How come that didn't go 140? I'm like, well, that probably wasn't hit all that well, was it? And like, so a lot of people have hard time, like kind of just taking accountability on maybe they're not professional golfers. But some people you just have, you have people where it's not a good vibe. And they're like, hey, here's the thing. If it ever does come to that moment, like you ask them, like, well, what'd you do at that point? Well, I did what they wanted because like
they're my boss for nine more.
Like I'm with them no matter what, and they're going to be paying me no matter what. So I might as well do what they ask from here on out.
Yeah.
Do you ever start to tell people like what to do, and you're like, oh, they've never been on a team. They've never had that coach on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I always, anytime I've ever had a job interview, I'm like, my dad was my coach. You can ride me and tell me what to do. I'm here to learn.
Yeah.
I said, I will not shy away from critique.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, there's and that's part of being, the difference between being a good caddy and a great caddy is, like I've mentioned in videos past, where like you have to be able to mold and adapt yourself and your caddy style to what your player is going to best recognize or like best feed off of. Like some people want all the information there can possibly be: yardage, elevation, misses left and right, like everything. Some people just want the raw number and that's it. They're like, hey, I'll gauge everything else, just give me the distance. and you kind of have to just roll with the punches and be like, okay, this is kind of what vibe they want. All right, I can do that.
I know one thing I hate to hear is when someone says, "Don't miss left" or "Don't miss right." I'm like,
oh yeah,
I wasn't thinking that.
Like I know you're gonna help them.
That's where my shot goes.
But here, as a caddy, you got to cover yourself, because there's so many times where, like, I'll say, like, and I don't know what it is. Maybe it's people not used to playing with a caddy, but I'll literally tell them, like, hey, 125 yards, we're going to play at 125 yards. I need you right of the pin. And I say that, and I don't put any emphasis on it, but I say, I need you to play at 125 yards right of the pin. Well, they hit it probably 125 yards. It goes left of the pin and it gets in junk, gets in trouble. Yeah. And they're like, what the heck? Like I'm like, I told you play it right of the pin. So like, in that sense, that person, whether or not they would have wanted to hear "don't go left," I tried to cover that base without basically putting that in their mind, like, don't go left. But some people want to know, like, hey, don't miss left here. Like, if you're going to miss, I need you to be at the pin or 20 yards right. Don't be 5 yards left. Some people want that information. Some people, like you're like saying, don't put that thought in my mind. Like, don't put going left in my mind.
Take it out. Just say, play for the right side.
Yeah.
As soon as you say, don't miss, I'm like, oh my God, here comes a hook.
He didn't know. We said we're telling him how we're buddies with you and you're a caddy, and we're explaining, is he the one that all the followers on Instagram that hits those crazy putts? We said that's our guy. That's him. He knew our guys getting around in the caddy world.
There we go. Yeah.
But I'll say
he might have been there. He might have been. Was he a new cat? Like, was he? How long is he there?
He said he started last December, so he's almost been there a year.
Okay, I left at the end of October there last year, so he came after I was there. Okay.
I'll say for Zach and I, though, this was our first round of golf, walking a full 18.
Loved it.
And loved every bit of it. Yep. Compared to just riding in a cart. It was so cool. And
we played sub 4 hours. So we were done in like 3.5. We didn't have.
You played Macklemore in sub 4?
Yeah. Yeah. We were quick. Well, there's nobody.
Yeah, no one out there.
Yeah, nobody around us really. There's one big group that went off of like maybe 30 minutes for us, and they didn't really slow down either. But the best part to me, I don't know if this is all courses that are fancy like this, because that was like most expensive course we played. After 9, we get to this little halfway house. Every snack in there is free. Everything's free. You just get what you want. I was like, this is. I had a chicken salad sandwich. I had beef jerky. I had Reese's. I had Pyrex. All of it was free. I was like, wow, that's insane. Is that what it's like?
I wish I had a cart for all the compartments. I would have filled them.
Is that what it's like?
Many a Slim Jims and Reese's in my loops out there. Who was working the halfway house? Do you remember the name?
No, it's an not older guy, maybe like probably in his 50s.
Okay. I can't remember she was the nicest lady that worked out there. Whenever it was opening, she was super, super nice and and perfect personality for that role.
I was talking to Isaac, our cat. Is like, man, that's kind of like a perk for you. Every day you get free lunch. At least you come in like, I guess they look out for their caddies as well in that sense.
Yeah, definitely.
Great time doing it though. We want to go back. Even the guy we're talking to, believe that's going to be a top 25 course probably on the top 100 list. It's just so good.
Yeah, it's sick. What's your favorite holes from there?
I really liked, I know it's seen forever. It was like 15. It's totally uphill. It's got the big rock wall
big rock right in the middle, par 5.
Oh,
yeah.
I like once we got to the top of it and you turn to look at 16, you just see everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. That's a tough hole. 15, that uphill par 5.
It was tough for one of us.
Yeah. Anybody? What about that par 3 right before that hole? 14, par 3 kind of uphill. You got.
It was
the road to your left there. Number 14, par 3.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. That par 3.
Yeah. Slightly uphill. It's just before that par 5 that that has the rock there in the middle.
Oh yeah, we both didn't get up.
Yeah, that's a tough par 3.
That's the one. Casey had that long. You had to aim your putt so far left.
Oh yeah.
You chip to the back of it, and he's like, "Aim here," and you're like, "Are you sure?"
And there's a bunker short on that green, and there's a bunker long on that green. Yeah,
Mhm.
short right, long left, and the bunker is parallel to. Like, it's a tough hole.
And the wind was blowing. There's
It
a
was
couple
great.
of
The whole
shots I
course was
hit.
great.
I thought I hit perfect for my number, and then they didn't go because the wind would just throw them up a little more. And I'm like,
Yeah,
I don't know what to do because some
Yeah.
of them we were playing 2 clubs long. I was like, I don't want to bring a hybrid for a 170 shot, but the wind's so hard.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
We have well, I think it's starting in like either next week or the week after that. We have POV. Every hole going to be dropping on our social media, and so
cool.
everybody listening, you'll get to see what the keep look like every hole, every shot from Zach and I, and so it'll be neat to watch that. So yeah, that's that part. I want to end. I got a question. You know, since we're talking about Internet Invitational, we're talking about YouTube golfers. Let me ask y'all's thoughts. Do you think Riggs from Foreplay is as bad as a golfer as the internet makes him out to be?
I think his swing is as ugly as possible, but I think he's a 4. I think he's a 4 handicap all day.
Like a legit 4, like he says.
I mean, you can look him up on Gin, and he posts a ton of rounds. So, I mean, you can see his scores. He averages high 70s, low 80s.
Yeah, I think he's sneaky
I love
good.
the hater series.
I think he's a scrambler.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of him. I'm not one of those guys that just hate on him. His swing, like Zach said, is
makes me sick to see sometimes. But he gets up and he gets down, and that's all that matters is how many to get it in the hole.
Yeah.
Hey, my computer keeps kind of blanking out on me. That's what I got for this episode. Y'all got anything?
Nothing.
Nope.
Awesome. Well, that's it for episode 159.
Y'all got to come up to the Straits next season. That's about it.
Oh, we're about to meet in the next few weeks about our 2026, and we're trying to figure that out.
I told Casey, I said, we need to go play. Is it 4 Kohler courses?
There's 4, yeah.
And we can have you on all 4.
You can. Yeah.
I said, that's what we need. We need you to play 2 with us. And then,
we could do. There's a 5th course up there that gets no love because it's not part of the Kohler track. But it's a caddy favorite. All the caddies play it. They're very good to us. They treat us caddies well. They give us a pretty significant discount to play it. But it's in Sheboygan Falls, so it's probably a 15-minute drive from the Straits, but it's only probably an 8-minute drive from the Black Wolf property, which has the other 2 Kohler courses. It's called the Bull at Pinehurst Farms. It's the only Jack Nicklaus signature design in the entire state. And it's pure, it's challenging, but fair. With the Straits, like the Kohler courses, they're all Pete Dye design. So they flirt with being slightly, like, they're all hard, but they flirt with slightly being a little unfair. And certain times, like, that's what Pete Dye is known for, just kind of being slightly unfair on certain things. But Jack he's challenging but fair. And so the Bull at Pinehurst Farms, if you guys are wanting to play whenever we're up there, it's a good one.
We're trying to play those rounds with you. We're trying to get MiketheCaddie to give some of them shots that he posts on his IG.
From POV. We need you to wear the camera.
That's it. Yeah. No, we may not do POV because we got to have the camera on him because our views will go up. My guy's a stud. We got to have him on camera. So just be our POV looking at him, and then we're like that.
One in front, one behind him, filming the whole time.
And I already decided if it comes down to a tie at the Straits, we're going to whatever hole that is you posted the other day with that tiny little bunker. That's like the lip of another bunker.
Yeah.
That's where the playoff hole's out of.
Yeah. Hole 2.
That's the playoff. Yep. So, that's we're gonna have to come up there and plan that. We're gonna meet in the next few weeks and figure out our schedule. But I would love to come up there and try to do that. So. That's it. Episode 159. Thanks, Mike, for coming on. We're going to continue to have Mike on as always, especially now that caddy season's kind of winding down. He's in coach season now.
Yep. Coach Mike. Yep.
Coach Mike. So we're going to keep him coming. Go to the link in our description and get you 15% off Johnny O and get you some of that. And we'll see y'all for the next one, episode 160.